South Korean President Lee Jae-myung is all set to meet U.S. President Donald Trump at the White House, and the meeting carries weight far beyond a routine diplomatic exchange as both countries face the task of reshaping a decades-old alliance. South Korean President will be accompanied by First Lady Kim Hae-kyung. Their meeting at the White House will start with a 30-minute session at the Oval. That will be followed by a private lunch in the cabinet room. President Lee reached Washington on Sunday after spending a day in Tokyo, where he held talks with Japanese Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba. He now faces a packed agenda with U.S. President Trump that covers cooperation in technology and energy, along with discussions on military commitments. The summit takes place after Washington and Seoul concluded a trade agreement in July. Under that deal, the United States agreed to cut its reciprocal tariffs on South Korea from the earlier proposed 25% to 15%. The U.S. also promised to apply the lower tariff rate to cars, which remains South Korea's leading export to the American market. In exchange, South Korea pledged to buy $100 billion worth of American energy and invest $350 billion in the U.S. economy. Reports suggest both leaders will use the summit to settle how these investments will roll out, who will manage them, and how much oversight the governments should hold. The two sides also expect to discuss cooperation in industries that are central to both economies. Security will be a major focus in the talks. Both leaders are expected to weigh in on key defense issues. Washington wants to shift the role of U.S. forces in Northeast Asia. The U.S. hopes to expand their mission beyond keeping North Korea in check and address growing tensions in the Taiwan Strait. Lee took office in June after a snap election. He faces the challenge of steadying relations with Washington after political turmoil at home. His government has pledged to take over wartime operational control of South Korean forces by the year 2030. This long-standing issue in the alliance is expected to come up during the talks.
South Korea's President Lee Jae-myung faces a pivotal foreign policy test with back-to-back summits in Tokyo and Washington. This reflects the wider struggle of U.S. allies to navigate Donald Trump's unilateral push to redefine post-war orders on trade, security, and alliances. The meetings come after Seoul and Tokyo reached trade deals with Washington. The deal spared them from the Trump administration's highest tariffs, but only after pledging hundreds and billions of dollars in new U.S. investments.